What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red Room Podcast. Today, I'm with my cousin, Matt Golden's new fiance, Margo Margosian.
Thank you. I love hearing it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo! This is exciting.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so let's just kind of jump into it. How'd you meet Matt?
Okay, I met him on Hinge, and they say it's the app that's meant to be deleted, and I guess it was right because I deleted it after I met Matthew.
Yeah.
I deleted it a few times before I met Matthew because it was wild out there, but then I got it back again, and then I deleted it because I met him.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I have not deleted my my Hinge at this point.
Maybe you need to delete it and then re-get it again like me.
Oh yeah, maybe I should try that. I've tried Tinder and Bumble, and I got onto the League. That was another one.
I haven't heard about. That's the one where the girls are looking for the sugar daddies.
Oh, I guess.
You have to show your bank account, right?
No,
they have some that show your bank account so that you have to qualify to meet their standard, and then random girls go on there and they're like,
yeah,
I want to date you.
Yeah. Different app, unless maybe you pay for, I don't know. I haven't seen it on it, but they give you 3 people per day or whatever. And then that's kind of
only
it.
3.
Yeah. And then it's it's for serious daters, I guess. But, haven't met anyone yet, this is the Michael Bublé song. Anyways. So you met Matt, and what'd you think of him, first impression wise?
Okay, well, I got to the restaurant first, right? So he was a little late, but I was like, whatever, at least I'm sitting. And my mom's like, the reservation's name's Golden. Sometimes people use a fake name that's probably not his real last name. Don't be shocked if it's not really his name. All these horrible things.
Yeah.
And so then he comes in, but I don't really care. But then his phone rings and he answers a phone call right when he meets me for his work. But I just, I was keeping positive, and I was just well, at least he has a job, right?
Yeah.
It's good to work.
Yeah.
And then he ordered the appetizers, my wine, he talked for me. I really liked it.
There you go.
And then he walked me to my car at the end of the night.
What a gentleman.
So gentleman.
Good job, Matt. There you go.
And we didn't even park next to each other, so it was nice. But then I said bye, and then he thought I didn't like him because I didn't know you were supposed to kiss on a first date because I didn't grow up that way. And so he thought the date went bad, but it didn't. Yeah.
And so long story short, you guys end up
getting engaged. I know.
Yeah, and I was there for it. It was a really cool moment. So I'll kind of tell my side of things. So we're at the California. What's the hotel called? California Grand Adventure Hotel. It's the one that's right there for California Adventure. But so you go out on the balcony, and then Matt is like, "Hey," I'm like, "What?" And he just pops this thing open, and it's cool. It has the boxes now have the little LED lights. I thought that was sick, and he just pops it open. I'm just like, oh man. He's like, shh. He's like, she just doesn't know. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, where are you gonna do it? He's like, oh, I'm gonna go do it at the well, Snow White's well. And so we get into the park. He's like, can you film it? I was like, yeah. So I'm trying to be we laughed about it because I'm trying to I'm filming. I'm trying to pretend I'm looking at other things. But then I'll let you tell the rest of the story from here.
Yeah. So I'm waiting. We've been by the well before, so I was like, let's get our picture. And then he's not coming by me, and I'm looking at you going like this with your phone, and I might have said it out loud to him, but he didn't hear me. Maybe I was like, maybe he's just blogging this. Maybe this is he's gonna make a TikTok. I don't know. Because you're into it, I'm into it. So I was like, whatever. And then I go up, and he's not next to me, so I'm looking around for him, and then he's just down on one knee, and I blacked out. I think I turned around and said, yeah. That's all I said was yeah. And then I just started to come to, and I got really excited. I was excited. I just blacked out, so I couldn't remember.
Oh, it was such a cool moment.
It was.
I was excited to be a part of it. Matt, thanks again for inviting me.
It worked out perfectly that you were able to come.
I know.
Like everything's meant to be for a reason.
Yeah.
Like you were supposed to be there.
Yeah. No, it was like such a cool time. And then, with Chloe and everything too, just being able to like go right up to the front of the lines at Disneyland. I mean, that was a trip. That was fun.
Yeah. And you thought your Spider-Man was like, you knew the hack to the game or to the ride.
I know.
Chloe knew all the hacks. We murdered you.
Yeah. So I grew up playing like video games, was really good at like Halo and Call of Duty. So my hand-eye coordination is really great. And I'm like, okay. And so when I normally, do these like rides or whatever, I feel like I'm like decent at it. But then you turn the corner and then there's like someone with like, you got like, oh yeah, I got like 230,000 points on this like Spider-Man ride at Disneyland. And then you look at the top score and it's like, oh no, it's like 950,000 points. You're like, how are they? I'm going fast. You know what I mean? With my webs and stuff like that, I'm going fast. But then Chloe's like, oh no, there's like secret hand movements that you have to do.
And then it unlocks other things we could hit in there, I think. Yeah. So like, it doesn't matter how your hands are, but I think a lot of times we're going like
I know,
this.
she's like, when you do that for the boss or whatever, the big spider or whatever. So now I got to go back and like try these things out. It's the same thing with the Toy Story ride. She was like, oh yeah, you have to like work as a team to unlock the bigger plates that are like 50, 100,000. And like, that's how I'm like, how are people ever going to like know this? You know what I mean? Unless like you're an insider, like she is.
And it takes an hour to get on a ride. So you'd have to spend all day there just riding it over and over again.
Yeah. What'd you think of the new Splash Mountain?
I was going to just mention, Tiana, I felt okay in the back. I knew I was going to get soaking wet.
Yeah.
But like, I wanted to ask you, but I didn't ask you because I heard you whispering to Matthew because I wanted him to get the most wet. And I told you, let him sit in the front. And then I heard you whispering to him because I have the best hearing when I want to. Like, and you didn't you tell him not to sit in the front because you get the most wet? Like you went against me, Blake.
Well, okay. All right. So normally how it worked, and I think Matt can attest to this too.
I don't trust it.
When we were like, originally when you went on Splash Mountain, if you sat in the front, the wave would like go over you and the people in the back would get hit and they'd be soaked. I was always dry. And then I don't know what kind of sorcery Disney did, but the front, we were absolutely drenched. Like it was jumping into a pool drenched. Like they did something with the mechanics of, I don't know. But
it was like in the log. Like it went in the log. My feet were up like this. And like I was in the back, like I was pretty comfortable, but I only got wet when I stepped out of the log because our log was so full of water.
Yeah.
But you totally told him not to sit in the front. Like you avoided it. I know. I have great hearing.
So
it's okay.
So
you could literally wring your shirt out, Blake.
Oh, 100%. That's like, I was like walking around with like wet socks like for the entire day. It was pretty crazy. But I thought they did a good job. Obviously, I missed like zippity doo dah. It's like when you grow up with that, it's like when the whole family sings, we're all in the log singing it. You know what I mean? But I love what they did with the ride. I thought it's very modern, very fun. It's cool. It's nice. They got a new Disney princess to showcase. I get for everyone. So it's like
I mean, I like Splash Mountain better, but
it's the OG. It's the OG.
I feel like we have to say nice things about Tiana because like she is a cool princess, but Splash Mountain for the win. I like how your post you played Zippity Doo Dah music.
I know.
I noticed that.
I loved it. I know. Chloe was saying, and I didn't see it, and maybe she can like comment on this, but she was saying they kept one of the animatronics as like an Easter egg from Splash Mountain on that ride. And she told me like before we went like and started the ride, and I was looking and I did not see it. So Chloe, maybe you can like write in the comments what that is, or maybe just keep the hunt out for like all the hidden Mickeys and all. Oh, then speaking of hidden Mickeys, then they're gonna have hidden Mickeys on that ride that are brand new too. Like where are those?
Okay, let me just. I know I'm looking at you, but I'm talking to the world. Like you guys, anywhere we would go, they were like, hidden Mickey. And there was no hidden Mickey. It was wild. And then like at the end of the night, I actually found a hidden Mickey on the rug and they were like, it's a real one. And like they took a picture of the rug and everything. But like, man, I have hidden Mickeys in my ring.
Do you?
Yeah, there's like little hidden Mickeys in it. I'm touching the mic.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Look at that. Our little hidden Mickeys. That's cool. That's cool. So, speaking of the engagement, before the camera started rolling, you were talking about how your ring is currently on your right hand. Why is that?
Okay, so I got engaged and then like I'm Armenian and so I like to do things traditionally and everyone's like, that really should be on the right hand until the der height, which is our priest blesses the ring. And I was like,
Is there a ceremony for that?
I think so. Like normally there's like an engagement party and you invite the der height and he blesses it then, like he does his blessing over it. And then they move it to the left side. Then at the wedding, they bless the wedding rings. And so that's when Matthew's would get blessed and then he could wear his.
Gotcha.
Unless he wore it on the right hand. But we're going to get him blessed on May 10th and like his parents will come down and stuff. So it's not going to be huge, but I'm so excited to wear it on the left hand because I was so sad. It was so big. It was falling off, right? I was eating dinner like this the whole night, Hovey said. Like just showcasing it, but really I don't want it to fall off.
Yeah.
And now
I remember that.
Fits. Yeah, I was just like leaving it up.
Now it fits.
Now it fits. It fits pretty snug, but everyone's like, you don't want it to fall off.
Yeah,
but
that's exactly it.
So, yeah, no, I'm happy, but I had to give it to them. I'm like, okay, I have to give it to them. Like Matthew knew I was so sad that I waited 33 years, right, to have a ring or like to be in love and have a ring or whatever. And now you're going to take it away from me, like to get a praise and to get size. Like it's devastating. Like it's so sad. It was horrible. So then out of nowhere, he's like, let's get your wedding band today. And so he bought me like this beautiful, like it's just like a row of diamond wedding band for the wedding band.
Ooh.
And it was really nice. And I was like, Matthew, I can't believe you bought this for me. He's like, me either. Like, I don't know what got over him, but he just knew I didn't want to be naked. But then now I'm naked, right? Because like the ring, I have this, but now I have to move it to my right hand, even the wedding band. I find out like, they're like, people are always like, it's okay. Like, I don't care what you do, but you're supposed to have it on your right hand. It's like when you say it like that, you're like, dang, like I have to be wearing it on my right hand right now.
Yeah. So where's the wedding going to be? You got a venue, right?
Yeah, we got a venue. We're going to get married at my Yedem church. Like it's Armenian church. So it's going to be like a big fat Armenian wedding. Well, not that fat. It could be fatter.
We'll turn it into a movie. We'll turn it into a movie.
Please.
Absolutely.
Please. It's gonna be epic. And then we're gonna have the reception at this place called the Bella Vita in Visalia.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
It's gonna be fun. There's gonna be I don't want to say all the things that are gonna be there.
Next year or this year?
This year, November 15th. Which I just found out was my grandma who just passed away. That was her wedding anniversary.
That's cool.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Mm-hmm. That's so awesome.
It's going to be fun. We're going to come into Armenian music. And then I have DJ Deco, who is the best DJ.
Shout out DJ Deco.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
LFG.
do it. Yeah, LFG.
I'm dyslexic if I said the acronym wrong, but you know what I mean.
All good.
And so DJ Deco's the best. So he's helping me with the tradition. So we're going to come out to Armenian music. We step on plates because breaking glass in our culture means we're getting rid of all the bad around us. We break that glass. So we step on the plates and then DJ Deco said the lavash bread, they'll come in with it on their arms, maybe his dad or someone. And then his mom feeds us honey, so we have a sweet marriage and the lavash that we always have food and stuff. So they're symbolic things. So
that's cool.
It's fun. We're going to do those and it's going to be awesome.
That's awesome. That's really, really
I got to
cool.
teach you how to Armenian dance too.
I'll be out there on the dance floor. We'll look up some TikTok tutorials after this. You know what I mean?
I am the tutorial. What are you talking about? I'm the Armenian.
There we go.
I might only know cuss words in Armenian and the prayers, but I know how to dance.
Yeah. You think they'd be cool if we do the flossing thing?
For sure, we could floss. Yeah.
Okay.
You just have to probably hop with it. Okay, really, you just have to unbutton your shirt, get a napkin, and just start popping it, dropping it.
Just like that. Mm-hmm. Just like that. All right. Well, congratulations. I'm happy for both of you. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Now, change the subject. Reason why I also had Margo on here is to talk about all of that. But you are also a stand-up comedian, and you're the first stand-up comedian on the Red Room podcast. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about how you got into it and how you go about like writing your set and just your whole thing about it. So let's dive into it. So stand-up comedy, what got you into it?
Okay, so I just always wanted to do it. Never had a plan B, never listened to my mom. Everyone's like, this is so hard. Like, you're funny, you're natural. I'm not saying it. Other people are saying it, unless you think it too, but whatever, being awkward. But no, I always just loved it. I loved making people laugh. I had the mindset of like, even if you're so sad and having a bad day, if you could just bring a little joy to somebody, like that made my day. Like I used to teach Montessori students. So like we would say, my love light like is shining. So like it makes my love light to shine when I'm doing stand up. And so when I turned 18, I like followed this girl. Her name was Emily. And she went to this college called AMDA. She graduated early, American Musical Dramatic Academy. And I followed her. My mom's like, it's going to be really hard. Like everyone wants to do this. But I just did it anyway. And like, I would like had my first performance at 18 and then, cause I moved at 18 and then to LA. And then I performed at the Improv with like, I had a comedy coach, Susanna, who was great. She'd always help me write my sets. And then like when I would visit Visalia, I opened up for the Big Bad Armo show. Our church had a fundraiser or something. Yeah. So that was fun. I had like a little set. They're in the Groundlings, like one of their acts, I think.
Cool.
So that was fun. I talk about my mom a lot, like people, like she's really funny. But then my dad used to be like, why are all your jokes about mom? Because like he got a little jealous because I didn't know, like
write some about me.
Yeah. Cause he's like the funny one.
Yeah.
He told me like, I'm so proud of you. You know how parents like have a passion and like they push it through their kids. Well, I didn't know my dad had a passion for like theater and stand-up comedy. Like people said he could have been the next Eddie Murphy. I keep touching this.
No, you're good. You're good. Totally cool.
They said he could be the next Eddie Murphy, but then like when I went to college and he came and saw me perform, he was just like, Did you
go to college in LA? Where'd you go?
American Musical Dramatic Academy.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. And so he was just like, I used to want to do this too, but I didn't want to push it on you. And I was like, I thought that was so cool. Like here we have the same passion and like he let me love it on my own, but
you get to discover it for yourself. Yeah.
So that was nice and fun. And then I would do it like every year, but it's been like 2 years since I've done it. And the last time I did it, I opened up for Amy Shucklian in Visalia. She had other comedians there too, but I'm not that great. I was like the only comedian that didn't get paid, but it was fine because I had fun. Like, I'm like the kind of person who works for free because they love it. And then like Matthew's always like, Margo, how come you're not getting paid? And I'm like, I don't know, but it's fine. And he's like, I don't know, Margo, like you should get paid.
Yeah.
But anyway, that wasn't important, the paying part. But like if anyone,
it's like you love what you do. Of course, you want to get to that point where you are you're getting paid, but like you love it and you're having fun. I think that's like the most important part because the money will come after that whole saying. So let's dive down into like the science of it. So you talk about your mom. Where do you like get these ideas from? How do you go about writing your set? So if someone's watching this right now, let's say they maybe want to try stand-up comedy. What are the first steps they need to do in order to kind of like walk into that world?
Okay. So like when I took my classes, like with Susanna, she's amazing. She would always just like, you want an opinion about something. So like one sentence. So, like, I don't know, like lava lamps make my heart tickle. Like, then I need 3 examples of why lava lamps make my heart tickle, but like an act out too. So like, I don't know. That was a horrible example. Like lava lamps do not make my heart tickle, but like that was a horrible example. But basically,
I get that.
or like, I don't know, just being Armenian and hairy, like those are stereotypical things about an Armenian. So it's just like, yeah, like, you see an Armenian when they're coming, like one, big jewelry, big hair, and then like the finale, big unibrow, like huge laugh,
Yeah.
So yeah, just having like 3 examples of like a subject and then move on to the next one and try to find a callback in there.
Yeah. So what's like, what was like your, when you start out, how long are your sets? Like, are you going to open mic nights and it's like you have 2 minutes on stage and like that's where you're kind of starting out as, or like how many minutes do you write for? How do you go about writing that? And then what's the longest one that you've done and prepared for?
So when I go about it, you just write, like physically write. I guess some people could talk into their phone, but I think there's still something so like it gets into your body when you're handwriting. So just handwrite, and then like solidify it down into bullet points. So then like, when you see like the comedian and they have like the stool, the water, their paper, it's like those paper are their bullet points. So they could go off into the audience and like have interactions, or if they get distracted, but have that to refer to. So your long thing that you write down, you just turn that into bullet points to, check yourself.
Yeah.
And then that's like helpful, like your safety net. And then, what was the rest of your question?
How long were your sets when you start out?
Okay. So maybe when I started, I would try about 5, but I can do about a 15-minute set.
Oh, cool.
So what I've noticed is like, there's things I've done like when I was 18 that were good and 21, but it's, comedians are real special because in a way you are acting. You're just kind of like writing your monologue, going back and forth with the audience. Like sometimes silence is great and you want to let the audience laugh. It's like throwing a ball back and forth and they're, you're playing catch. So you want to play catch with the audience, but, I don't know. Yeah, like 15 minutes set. I keep forgetting like my point.
No, you're like just explaining it. So you can like 15 minutes is like your big one. And then so you've done like the improv before? Are there any other venues that you've performed at or you want to perform at like anywhere?
I've performed at the Comedy Chateau, and then like I was at Second City. I went all the way up to Conservatory, but then I needed to move back to Visalia for like family stuff. And so I really wanted to audition because I had like the dream, like I'm going to perform on the cruise ship as a comedian and it's going to be so much fun. But I love improv because you don't have to think. You just have to yes and your partner, make each other look good. And you just like, you go off of what the other person is saying, so you don't have to prepare anything.
Yeah.
And it's like my favorite thing ever, even though I think people love the spotlight. So they're like, I love seeing you do stand-up. Like, of course, my parents love it because I'm the whole act. But there's something about improv and like being a part of a team that I love. It's like, they used to have events called Comedy Sports, and like they were all full of like long form improv, musical theater improv. There's people that I went to Second City with. I've seen them like write songs for Oscars, or like they do all these cool things on social media. It's really fun to see, like, if you're persistent, how far you could actually get to. But yeah, in my town of Visalia, there's not much. Like, I have a dream. Like, I would love to open up my own stand-up comedy bar. Yeah. But everyone tells me there's no need for it. No one's going to come. I'm like, it's me. They're going to come. Like, of course they're going to come to see me.
It's the attitude you need.
Like, they're going to come. Like, when I come to LA, I'm like, yo, like, I'm coming. And like, I have 12 homies there. Yeah. Always. Like, Ashley, like, everyone just comes and supports me no matter how long it's been. Yeah. And yeah, so maybe that's why I also feel like I never fail. People are always like, well, your friends are always in the audience. And I was like, I don't care. Like,
how long is the drive from Visalia to LA? Do you ever like think about just like getting back into it and maybe like going like down for the weekend and doing a couple things and then like coming back, or like?
It would be really fun. It's about 2.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
But now that I'm a fiance, I can be passenger princess often. And so, like, if I could get Matthew on board, like, it's nice. He's supportive of anything I want to do. I'm like, can we propagate my grandma's roses? All right. We did it that day. I let him die, but we did, like, all the work. And, like, some of them actually grew roots. But then, like, you know, I'm the kind of person who, like, looks like they can do it, but, like, I'm so close, but no cigar, like hot mess. I'm like a hot mess, but like I'll put the mess in the closet, and every once in a while, like the closet opens and people like start to see like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And my drama coach from back in the day, and it's like one of my favorite venues down in LA, is the Comedy Store.
Mm-hmm.
Her name's Karen Babbitt, and she actually has her name on the wall. With all, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, have you been? Yeah. She has her name written there, and I forget. And Karen, if you watch this, there's a certain amount. I think there's a certain amount of shows, like headliner shows, that you have to do. I think it was like 800 or something like that, and then you get your name on the wall. But you know, it's like Jerry Seinfeld and like, you know, all the greats, and she's there too. It's like super, super cool. You know, so it's like, get back into it, then you can get your name up there. You know what I mean?
I love it. I love that you're motivating it. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
I always have like ideas. Like Matthew and I are like, okay, you got to put that in there. Or I'm like, I'm going to get back into it this year, Matthew. Like, I really want to. And he's like, all right, we thought about just going to Fresno and starting doing stand up in Fresno. Mm-hmm. But he's so supportive. I was like, yeah, I think like, okay, because like the last time I did stand-up, I did it about going on a date every month. Like my cousin Taylor and Allie actually set up my Hinge account because they're like, you're getting older, like you need to meet somebody. So like they actually set up my Hinge account. And then I started going on a date a month, and I wrote a stand-up about it. And then now I have a fiance. And so I was like, now I can talk about you, Matthew. Like you're the follow-up to like my last stand-up. And he's like, well, if you talk about me, I'm going to talk about you. And I'm like, some of the things he says, I'm like, Matthew, I don't know if that's going to hit. Like if that joke's going to hit, or like, that's not very appropriate. And he's like, no, like he's very blue comedy. And like, he doesn't understand.
So
that,
Matt's doing comedy now?
Well, like if I go up and I talk about us, he's going to go up and talk about me. And so like, I just know like, if I lose that battle, like I'm never going to forgive myself. So like my set is going to be fire.
Yeah.
It's going to be fuego.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So yeah, it is something we're in the works on, like getting back out there. Like it's a passion. He wants me to start by doing it at the wedding, because that venue is the last place I performed at.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm just going to be myself. Like you don't understand like what's going to come out of me. Like people never know. Like when I try to work too hard on something, it's a fail. But if people just say like, Margo, like your isms are so different. Like I can't describe it. So like, you know, one of the most important things I learned in college was like, you are enough. And so the less you have to try, like sometimes be prepared, like kind of know what you're going to say, but like, take those gifts, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't need to practice. Like, I'm not going to do a stand-up set, even though like everyone would be kind to me if I did, because it's my wedding. I'd be like, get out. If you throw like the wedding cake at me, like get out. Like,
yeah. That's so funny. What are your favorite improv like games that you do? Because I was theater, film, and television at Loyola, and I would do some improv stuff there, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. It's really, really fun, and it's just the different scenarios that you get like thrown into. What are some of yours?
One of my best experiences was like we performed at Second City, like, you know, towards the end of the year. We had a show and people could come see us, and I was in this game called Foursquare. So like,
yes, I've done that.
It's like a scene, and then they say to the right or left, and you don't know which way you and your partner are moving to perform. And I don't know, like I like love being melancholy. Like I'm so bubbly, but like there's such a melancholy side to me. I don't know. Like I just don't know what about like connecting me more to art makes me melancholy. Like I don't know. And in like an artist way, I guess. I don't know. In like a weird way. And so like I was making there's nothing funny about this, but like I was, you know, trying to cut myself in the scene. But like they ended on us, and like the bit ended up being like, I was like, dang, like I wish this wasn't a spoon. Like I was trying to cut myself with a spoon. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So it was like even more dramatic. But then like after the show, this guy from Pitch Perfect came up and he was like, hey, like you have like what it takes like for writing. Like, you know, you were really good up there. And it's just those little moments, but then that you like hold on to. But then like I went to a women's seminar and they were saying like, if you don't take action, like right then on your idea, when it presents yourself, someone else will. And so I feel like you let so much of those opportunities slip. I don't know if it's because you're scared or what, but then like in the back of your head, like it's been 2 years, but look here, I'm still calling myself a comedian. Like I feel like it's never really over. Like you don't really ever give up on it. Also, this is very good. And I know I stopped talking about improv games. So long form improv is probably my favorite.
One of my favorite, and I love it. It's, you know, you have like a scene of like 3 people, 4 people or something like that. And, you know, it's like pause. And then they come and they tap in, you know, and it's like, and it's leading into one scene and then whatever. It's like the yes and rule. Right. And so the guy comes in and, you know, just totally changes up the scene. And it's like, you know, like, oh, they were like farming and now they're like fighting aliens in space. And you have to like switch to whatever you were doing and like keep that, you know, so it's like if you were raking, it's like now it turns into like a laser gun, you're shooting, you know, but I always love just like, there's really funny, I'm not doing it justice, but there's some really funny like scenes like on TikTok and Instagram reels where, you know, you just see these people doing the yes and stuff. And I always thought those were so much fun. They're really, really cool.
I was going to say, I've been seeing that on TikTok.
Yeah.
But I think they're doing it wrong. Like they're not changing the movement, or like, I feel like they need your help. Like they need your guidance. Like some of the videos aren't executing the game, I feel.
Yeah.
But I love that.
Well, maybe that's where you come in. You know what I mean?
They're going to be like, this girl can't even explain the game. But no, they're fun. They're just so releasing. And then like I used to teach kids and like we would play like the warm-up games a lot, like Taxi Driver. Like they loved it where you hop in and each person's a different character.
Yeah, Taxi Driver, that's a good one too.
And they love it. And it makes a community, and people get so afraid. Like I put on Shrek Jr. the musical, like made all the costumes out of like cardboard and the thrift store and like hot glue and like
donkey.
And I put this musical on in the sandbox at the school I used to work with for. And I was like, this kid is going to listen. Like he's going to be my Shrek. Like, you know, he looks smart. Like I know like he'll be good. Yeah. Like just cause they say you like, you'll just, get the part if you're, like someone could be more talented. Not that anyone was more talented than who I casted or whatever, but like if you put in the work, they would rather work with you because you're like more, I don't know, reliable, I guess. Yeah. And like for kids, like a lot of the kids weren't reliable, and like I'm trying to teach. I'm like feeling so overwhelmed because they can't even read yet, you know. So I'm like teaching them by words. But I put this show on, and it was a hit. But these kids, like the parents came up to me, they're like, I never knew like my kid was capable of this. Like I have a fear of public speaking. Like people think, oh, theater, but it's so helpful to normal life to listen and respond and connect, and to public speak. So I feel like we almost don't get credit for all of the qualities that like acting gives you. Yeah.
It's, to your point, it's definitely helped out in my life in certain things too. You know, it's like, I think with improv, and it comes down to like real estate too. It's like, it's kind of like reading people, you know? So when I'm sitting across the table from someone and they want to work with me, you know, and list their house, or help them buy something, it's kind of like, okay, who are you? And you have to like be really quick at reading people and understand like who they are, and kind of like, you know, in a short amount of time, because you have to like build that rapport. That's like the science behind it. And it's the same thing with improv. And so I really credit my theater classes at Loyola and like taking those improv classes, because it's like, you have to be quick on your feet. And that's what those classes did for me, just throughout life, throughout any, kind of day. Funny comedy story. And actually it's really cool. This is what I love about LA. So at the Comedy Store, it was a Monday night. This is what I love about LA. Literally show up and it's like a free show. And here's like David Spade, Adam Sandler, Dave Chappelle, and they're all just there performing on a Monday night for free. Like that's the coolest thing. It's the same thing with like, some of the music venues too. Like my dad and I, we were at the Rainbow.
The Rainbow Room?
Yeah, the Rainbow Room. Yeah. We were like up there, and we were watching. He's like, "Oh yeah, this was like my hangout spot back in the day," and it was so funny. This story. There's like this band that's like down in the the upstairs bar right there, and there's like the kind of like that lower part the band always sets up right there. There's these kids, and they're like 11, 12 years old, and they're like, the guitar's bigger than them, and they're like doing like heavy rock, and they're crushing it.
They're actually playing?
They're actually playing, and I'm like, this is great. They get done, and over the loudspeaker, it's like, and up next is Black Sabbath. And we kind of like sitting there like, it has to be like a cover band. There's no way. And so we finish our beer, we start walking down the stairs. And as we're walking down, literally here comes the band, minus Ozzy. Ozzy wasn't there, but literally here comes the band, and they're like looking at us, and we're like literally standing in the stairwell like, that's Black Sabbath. But that's what I love about LA.
Yeah.
It's just like moments like that, So the Comedy Store, I always love going there. It's such a fun time and like seeing that. So the nights that, like the Monday night one that I brought up as an example, they were doing an interesting kind of take on, you've seen 8 Mile with Eminem,
of course.
Right? Okay. So they have, in there, it's like rap battles, right? They're doing that premise, but it was for comedy. So they had like David Spade, Dave Chappelle, like all of them, Adam Sandler, like they were all up there on this like up, it was like in the upper, not in the main room, but it was like this upper one. And there's these seats on the left-hand side, and the stage is like right there. And they would bring on 2 comics, and they would like roast each other, and whoever like got the biggest laugh went on to the next round. And it was a free show.
That's amazing.
I'm like, this is great. And then, they would be commenting from the sides and like, cracking jokes at them and stuff, so it's really cool. It's like a fun thing. I did a stand-up comedy class in college, but I don't really, I haven't.
What was your format? Like what did they teach you? Was it different than my, like, have a preface and 3 act outs of the preface?
See, I didn't get that deep into it. I think I had a 3, 4, 5 minute set or whatever. But in my class, I won like the funniest guy. I was talking, it's to your point. It's like talking about things like, and that you're familiar with. So I was talking about like, like again, like at that point I was playing like, Halo and Call of Duty, so I'd be like having these, conversations, and I would do voices about like, like going, you're playing your game, and you're going up against the little 9-year-old kid. He's like, fuck this, like, and all, and that's what my bit was about. And it's just going back and forth, and I was getting people to laugh. It was a lot of fun. And maybe at some point in the future, who knows, but like, I think that's so cool that, that you do all of that, you know what I mean? And now you're getting Matt to, get into it.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
He's so good. Like when we went to Palm Springs and like he came out as the bartender, like in character, my mouth dropped. I was like, did you miss your calling? Like, because you're good. Like you are good in front of the camera.
Okay, now I gotta go see him.
Like he's good. Like I don't know if he's funny, but he definitely has a presence.
Yeah. That's cool.
He better say only good things about me. Cause like the only things like I would say about him is like we eat completely different.
Yeah.
Like not even just like what we pick, but just how we eat. So like I'll have food and I'll be like ready to mukbang, cause like I watch TikTok, you are what you watch, and like they're just mukbang, and like he's like, you should chew your food 40 times, like whatever. So I just like eat when it's hot. Like I like to burn my mouth. Like I enjoy my food. Like I'm hungry, right?
Yeah. Are you one of those people that like you eat the Captain Crunch and your upper roof of your mouth is just absolutely trashed after that bowl of cereal?
For sure. Or like you bake a pizza in the oven, you don't even let it cool, and like the cheese just burns the whole roof of your mouth.
Yeah,
I live for it. I live for that burn. Because then I can't eat anything else. It's like a diet.
Do you like feel anything in the upper roof of your mouth now? It's just it's just scarred from years and years of just eating hot pizza.
Feels like a mountain range, like when I wrung my tongue across, It's rough.
I can't feel anything. Just eating like scalding hot pizza. Hey, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Living your best life.
Living my best life. And like Matthew, on the other hand, he'll want the food to be hot, but then he'll just let it sit for like an hour before he even takes a bite. Like he just likes to look at the food.
Sometimes the food is pretty.
He just lets it sit there.
I have to credit you, Matt. Sometimes the food is pretty.
I did lasagna yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I'm like doing stuff. Sometimes like I just want to like he's playing video games, which is fine. Yeah. Except like I know you like Call of Duty, but it's just something about hearing all the killing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't love it. Like, I like it more when he plays the hunting game, except the cats go crazy because of all the chirping going on.
Yeah. I haven't played the hunting game, but it sounds like a fun one.
I prefer the hunting game, the golf game. We beat my very first, we together, I couldn't do it alone. But like, I've never beat a video game before. We beat It Takes Two.
Did you?
Yeah. It was a big accomplishment for me. I'm not a gamer.
Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Theater clap.
Yeah. Just hands.
But yeah, I'm really good at losing my point. So when I do stand up, sometimes that's what's hard for me is because I'll be like, squirrel, blah, 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 blah. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm talking about my mom or something.
Yeah. So with your notes, do you use your phone or do you use your paper?
I like a paper.
Yeah.
Have
you gotten to the point where you don't use it?
Oh, of course. But it's always in my pocket.
Yeah.
Like I need that security blanket.
Just in case.
Yeah. But I'm really proud of myself. I used to have to only go up like if I, liquid courage. Mm-hmm. Now I could probably just do some espresso shots.
Yeah. So you do the improv, you do stand up. Have you done or are you ever interested in doing scripted work, like acting, kind of?
Yeah. When I was in college, it's okay to be confident, right? Like I'm not bragging, I'm not the best, but I am confident in sitcom and commercial scripts. Mm-hmm. Like you give me one, I'm going to nail it out of the park.
Yeah.
Hand down, 3-camera, sitcom, gold.
What's your favorite sitcoms?
I don't really watch that much TV anymore, I feel like, unless it's Black Mirror or thrillers, with Matthew,
Mm-hmm.
We'll watch a medieval movie.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was in college, it was The New Girl, that 70s show. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what's a sitcom now.
Yeah, that is a good question. I'm kind of
are they still filming in 3 cameras?
You don't see them that much.
Am I saying
anymore.
it right? A 3-camera?
Yeah, like three or four. You don't see them that much anymore. I thought because I'm a huge history guy, and so there's CNN did this. It was pretty cool. It was called throughout the decades or whatever, and I think they're on Netflix. But they would talk about. I think they started with the 50s, and they talked about your politics of the 50s, and they talked about movies, and they talked about everything of just what happened throughout the decade, pop culture, what was going on, music, who were the big artists, and they talked about in the 80s, they talked about Cheers.
Yes, my friend Hovey that from Disney.
Yeah, what up, Hovey?
What up, Hovey? His dad is on. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Three's Company. I thought it was Cheers. I'm sorry, but it's still what's up, Hovey.
But so what I loved about Cheers is from the CNN thing, they were talking about how Cheers was revolutionary in terms of female actors,
Mm-hmm.
actresses, in the sense that Sam, who's the bartender for Cheers, is kind of he's like a dumb guy, and he's not really in tune. And then you have, for the first time in television history, this is what they were saying, is that they had a smart blonde,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the first TV show that had like a smart blonde, because it's like, oh, ditzy, da, 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 and it was just used and like killed so much. And now she comes on, forgetting the character's name, but she comes on, and Cheers like originally was this like full ensemble cast. You know, you had the mailman and Norm and, you know, and all of those guys, you know. And what was fascinating about all of that was the relationship with Sam and forgetting her name. I'm gonna have to put it in the comments.
It was the Burnett.
No, not yet. She early seasons of Cheers, but their relationship was so great that eventually it went from this ensemble like sitcom to focusing more on their relationship. And I thought it was so fascinating how you can see the writing kind of change, because Christy Alley came on board to replace her, because it's gonna bug me like the living daylights, but she was on for 4 seasons and then she leaves, and she came back on, I think, in like for an episode like at the like last season of Cheers. They had like 11 seasons, but it was like over COVID. I watched all of that, and then from there you had Frasier, and then Frasier came on, and that was another like 11 seasons of that. But yeah, and then Friends too. I thought Friends was great. If you the toss up, let me ask you this: have you seen Seinfeld?
I've seen Seinfeld.
What do you do from what you've seen? Do you like Seinfeld more or Friends? This is a big topic on social media.
Okay, I haven't seen enough Seinfeld to answer, but I feel like
Seinfeld's good.
I was going to say, I feel like Seinfeld's a classic. Like, I feel like there's more, probably, even without seeing so many episodes, there's probably more comedy gold in that. Mm-hmm. And Friends is more of like, not soap opera vibe, but like, does Seinfeld have rom-com moments?
Yeah, there are, but but not it's to the extent that I think Friends or Cheers or Frasier was. Mm-hmm. They did have those moments in there.
Because isn't that guy a comedian, right?
Yeah.
A huge comedian.
Yeah, Jerry.
So I'm going, is he in that one show too? No, I'm thinking of Larry David.
Larry David wrote Seinfeld.
Okay, because we watch a show with Larry David in it.
Yeah, that's oh gosh, I should know this. I'm spacing out on
Matthew introduced it to me. It's really funny.
Yeah. It is
Seinfeld's like that. I'm going to say Seinfeld over Friends, maybe just because, I mean, the outfits are so cute, right? In Friends, like the girls' outfits, like you can never go wrong with the 90s, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's so overplayed that I'm going to go with Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go binge watch it tonight and make sure that I agree. No, I do agree. I'm just going to stick with it.
Like Kramer, I think, is the funniest.
Oh yeah,
character.
with the curly hair, and
just
he's tall.
busts in any random moment. He's like, guys, and he has this crazy kooky idea, and it's just like absolutely one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
just I always crack up every time.
And the girl with the curly hair, what's her name? Will?
Oh gosh,
Grace. No, I'm thinking of Will and Grace now.
Yeah. I'm
all mixed up.
I should know this. It was a few years back when I watched it, but George, Kramer, Jerry, and I should know this. I'm spacing out. It's all good though.
I used to be really ignorant. People used to ask me all the time, like, who's your favorite comedian? And I'd be like, I don't watch stand-up comedy. Like, I never watched it. I just knew that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I never really had a favorite. And so I feel like that's why I don't know a lot of the history.
It's all good.
Because I was just like, I'm doing it. Like, why do I need to watch anyone else?
Yeah, you're doing you. You're focusing on yourself and honing your craft. Yeah.
But now I'm like, I should probably research.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, Netflix, I don't really watch any TV shows anymore on Netflix. Honestly, it's like with time and everything like that, like I'll pull up stand-up comedy and I'll watch it. It's like an hour.
Yeah.
Just
who
like
do you like right now? Like, I really wanted to see Matt Rife. He came April 12th. And Matthew's like, it's for girls. I'm like, no, people think they're for girls, but he roasts the girls. Like
he's a funny dude. I think with his crowd work, I think he's the king of that.
He kind of started it, or who? Like, I know they only post crowd work because like they want their jokes to be private because people pay to see them. Mm-hmm. Like I went to go see Entitled Housewives with my girlfriends recently. You know her?
Mm-mm.
She's like a blonde. She's like acts like an entitled housewife, and that's her.
Oh, she's a character that is stand up.
She's a character. And like I wore a blonde wig and everything. Like I'm wild when I go out. Like I have fun. Like I love wigs.
Yeah.
But she was fun. But I wanted to see Matt Rife. But Matthew, my fiance, thought he was just for girls. But maybe he'll change his mind.
No, I think he did I saw his first Netflix stand up special. He had some moments in there that were funny. I think his strengths definitely lie in the crowd work. Every time I've seen him do the crowd work stuff, I'm pissing myself laughing. Like it's just, it's his niche.
Yeah.
He's literally like, he just has it. And it's just these funny moments with him, and he's quick on his feet. It's that improv. I'd be interesting to see if he's done improv. You know what I mean? He's very quick when, just coming up with things at the top of his head.
But
and
like,
it's like
he does a lot of dissing at people. Like he disses a lot. So like, would you want him to be your improv partner? Is he going to make you look good, or is he going to end the scene? Like, is he just good at being like rude, or like, is he truly funny?
These are good questions.
Yeah.
I
didn't watch the special. I feel so bad. People are going to watch this and be like, she keeps like, he told me 4 fingers. Well, I'm right on it. Like,
oh, you're good.
Oh my gosh. I shaved my chin. Like I have a problem. Like my doctor made a compound cream. These are real issues. Okay. I'm not afraid of it. Okay. Matthew loves me for my Armenian 5 o'clock shadow that I've been trying to get rid of my whole life. Okay. And so like, he's been giving me shaving techniques because like I've been shaving up because it won't catch the hair. Laser hair. Okay. I tried it. Didn't work. Is this appropriate?
Yeah.
All right.
We're chilling.
I'm a PCOS girly. That's very hip right now, but like I've been one for a long time. So
yeah.
That's like a symptom of it. And also like being Armenian doesn't help, but laser hair removal didn't work. I guess you have to do electrolysis if you're Armenian because it goes into each hair follicle and really kills it, So, which is what I want. Like if it's painful, but I can feel the follicle leaving my face forever. Like I want it. Like I want that pain. That's the only pain I want. Okay. So like electrolysis, I don't think it's in Visalia, but I don't do the research anyway. So anyway, like I had this doctor make me a compound cream that like gets rid of hair, right? So I've been putting it on 2 pumps as a gram every day. And I actually think it's the only thing that's working. But like you can see like I nicked myself, like you can see the blood. Can you see it? And so I probably have that all over your expensive microphone, some blood stains.
You're good. You're good. Oh no. I want to come watch you.
Matthew was giving me shaving tips, right? Because like I was going up and like I had this huge razor burn. It was burning, like, it burns.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you need to shave down, put it under the water, shave down. I was like, I can't shave down. It doesn't catch the hair. But like, I've been listening to him and shaving down and it's been working, but I don't know. What kind of aftershave do you use? Like, can you give me tips? Like, I don't want could you imagine just all this blood and like bumps for my wedding? Like, and I need a really good photo editor.
You look great. You look great. I love that Matt's helping you. That's awesome.
No, like honestly, Matt, you know why he's so great? Is I didn't have to change one thing about myself unless it was something I'm already trying to work on.
That's what everybody wants. And you found it.
Right?
So
it's nice. He doesn't mind the struggles.
Yeah. No. That's exactly what you.
But
what
seriously,
you
what's your shaving method? What do you do?
What's my shaving method?
Because Matthew says he does stuff, but like I don't really think he used products because I bought him like products that say Viking because I'm like, oh, it says Viking. He's going to use it. Not once, like have I think he used it on his beard and he seemed excited about it. I bet you, not 100, but like maybe $25. I bet you.
Not 100, but 25.
I bet you all the Christmas presents I got him are still in his car, like probably just like melted.
Yeah.
For sure. Because like we always take my car.
Yeah.
I put him on blast. Does he look mad right now?
She's right. He's chilling.
Okay, I have so many things I could say, but maybe I should save it for comedy because, you know, I still have to see him after this. He's right. He's in the room.
Yeah, this is true.
I don't want anyone to get upset. Nah, I'm just kidding. He, like, I always ask him, are you mad? He's like, nah. I'm like, cool.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm happy that you two are together. It's like, I remember like meeting you for the first time and we're like in the car right back. Like, so what do you think of Margo? I'm like, I think she is perfect for
Really?
Matt. I think they get each other. And like, that's the most important thing. And I think she's super funny. And like, you know, seeing him laugh off camera is just like, you know, that's what you want.
You're so nice.
You found each other. Now, if we can find Mrs. Ward, that would be really good for Balake. But you know, there's no rush.
She's coming.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Hinge is the app that's meant to be deleted.
Yeah.
And plus, like when we go out to dinner tonight, Blake, you don't know this about me because we haven't like hung out.
Yeah.
I'm the best wingman. Like in college, like I didn't really date around, but like I had so many homies and I was the best wing girl.
There you go.
Like I'm your wing girl.
Are you
Did you know everyone I see, I'm like, dude, I know this guy named Blake. Like you should hook up with him. Like not hook up, but like talk to him. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm being old school, not like modern hookup. Like
yeah.
And then like I went to like it was so sad. I went to a celebration of life yesterday. And but like I saw a lot of students, right, that I used to teach.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like all talking and I forget what they said, but I was like, oh my gosh, like when I worked with kids, I was so in the loop of the slang.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm not surrounding myself with youth, I really feel old. Like at least when I knew what was going on, like the words they were saying.
Like skibbity toilet. That's
old now, Blake.
Is that old now?
You're old. No, you're not old. You're going to find love, but but I mean like skibbity toilet is old news. They were saying some other stuff I can't remember because I'm always like,
we gotta get with the times. You know
I know. And like, okay, I've been called cringe, whatever. That's all old. There's like a whole new cycle of words.
Yeah. It just keeps coming. And
you know I don't want to be out of the loop. Like, why is TikTok not talking about this or?
It's your algorithm.
Do you think
you got to search for it now?
Do you think I search for things? My algorithm never catches up with me. And like, it wants me to be stuck in like 5th grade.
Like, I need to know the 4th grade stuff.
Yeah, all it does is tell me that.
Yeah.
But I wonder, you know what? I got ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And I use it forever.
Yeah. It's amazing. I love it.
I even had it make images for me.
I know.
It always makes the first one really good and then the other one stink. But then you're like, well, I can't do it. So.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. You could pay like an artist to do it or you could just have ChatGPT come up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay the artist. Support art.
Support art. Margo, thank you for coming on. This has been a lot of fun.
Thanks for putting up with me.
Yeah. Cannot wait to see you do, you know, your stand up, get back up on stage. That'll be fun. I will be there to support you.
Thanks, cousin.
And thanks for making my cousin happy. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. It really does help us out here at the Red Room Podcast. And we will see you next time. Woo!